afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the Sepang International Circuit for the Malaysia Championship Series. The smell of burnt rubber, the sounds from the engine, the heatness from the track. That's what we've all been waiting for all year around, and we are back here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. A very good afternoon and welcome, folks. All of you motorsport fans out there, wherever you may be, we are back down here at the Sepang International Circuit for the Petronas, the MCS, for the Malaysia Championship Series that we're bringing to you live today, round 1, race 1. For today, we're going to be conducting the MTC as well as the SP2 categories. Later on, in about a couple of hours or so, we're going to be having the TP as well as SP1 events. SP2, again, there's going to be a lot of races happening down here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. Do check us out on our official Facebook page. If you're not sharing this session, please do share it with the world, because everyone wants to see the first race back here for the Malaysia Championship Series. So the cars are making their way out from their paddocks here. They're making out from their pits. They're all ready for the first race of the year. And I bet all of you can't wait to witness this as well. So I'm going to be passing now the mic to the commentator who's going to be commentating the whole race today. Nick, how are you, man?
final instructions are given by the team members to their respective drivers. And also just to mention, on the bottom left of your screen, you will see that Hankook has come on board as the official tyre distributor. This is another testament to the glowing reputation of the MCS. So we see the 10-minute board go up. That gives you an indication that we are about to start shortly. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the photo shoot that took place just 2 days ago on Thursday of the MCS team that will showcase their prowess throughout the season. It was a wonderful day with an array of cars and drivers all just eager to get going. As you can see, it was a wonderful day out. Even for these drivers to get to acclimatize to the track once again, you know, after the uproar of last season. As you can see, they were all lined up in various colors. Most of the big boys are back. Most of the familiar faces that you have been accustomed to, you will see again this season. And we are back to live screens, just waiting for the race to start very shortly.
All right, now we're together at a P1 for the MTC category. We have Putra Adam together with us. Putra, how are you?
All good, all good, all good and ready to go.
Yeah, how's the year been? A bit of recuperation, you know, a bit of relaxed time, but now the race is on and MCS is already back on. So you're up and running in P1.
Yeah, it's been a long break since S1K, and obviously we didn't do very well during S1K, so we've done a lot of testing for MCS, and now we're hungrier than ever for the win.
Obviously, there's a lot of improvement that you can actually do with yourself and your team and your partner. Expectations early on this time around, being in P1, obviously is going to be high.
Yes, obviously the expectation is to bring back the win and bring back the car in one piece. But yeah, just very excited to go.
All right, okay. Good luck in your race and yeah, do your very best.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's it. Back to you, Nick.
Thank you, Mio. There you heard it. Putra Adam just saying it's a season of retribution. Perhaps not ending the season on a high last year, but he's back, eager to atone. And he started off on the right foot, clocking the fastest lap time yesterday, 2 minutes and 31 seconds, along with Avila Baha from the Honda Malaysia racing team. All these drivers will come into this race with different ambitions, with different goals. But of course, the main aim is to finish the race in the best position as possible, with the car in mint condition as well. A lot of times from past experience, just getting the car through a race in itself is a challenge, because these drivers face all sorts of challenges as soon as the race starts. And really it's man and machine which has to be in tune with each other. As we see the media team as well, really eager to get those snaps in before we get started, just in a couple of minutes. We'll give you the classifications or the starting positions of the drivers in a while. But I can tell you that the MTC category is made up of Putra Adam, Avila Baha at the top of the grid, Lee Wai Kong, Daim Hishamuddin in second place, Faris Fauzi, Aaron Lim in third place. In fourth, we have Rahul Rajmeyer, Fitra Irai from the High Ref Dream Chaser. Wing Hin Motorsport is made up of Nabil Azlan and Amir Haris Jeffrey. And we're going to go back to Mio to interview car 919.
All right, I'm now here at the back. We have Chongqing together with us as the first driver for car number 919. How are you doing?
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right, so, you know, we had, it was a bit of a rainy morning, but now the track is in optimum condition. I believe that you're all up and ready to perform the best that you can and trying to get that podium.
I hope I can do it. I have tried my best to do it.
Okay, and of course, like this is not just you on your own. You have your partner as well, going to be taking over later in the pit. So expectations today?
Sorry, can you speak again?
Your expectations today? Where do you think that you're going to place?
I want to make the champion of through.
Okay, I wish you the best of luck and have a good race, man. Okay, thank you. All right, Nick, back to you.
There was Ng Chon Chin from the Sokudo Shenzhou racing team. Really a man of few words, but big aspirations to go out there and try and clinch top spot. Ng Chon Chin, of course, is placed in ninth place, so he will have some catching up to do. As we see the 5-minute board go up, the 5-minute board, of course, means that the tires will have to be fitted in the car. As we take a look at this glorious Sepang International Circuit, it is 5.543 km long, a total of 15 corners, with the longest straight coming up to almost a kilometer in turn 14 and 15. Now I can tell you that the Sepang International Circuit really is one of the more challenging tracks, be it for motorcycle racing or touring car racing, simply because it has a combination of so many different variables. I can tell you that even turn 1 itself will provide the first immediate hurdle for these drivers with a sharp right bend, and from then on it will take you through several sweeping corners, and after turn 6 it heads back towards the pit. But then turn 9 will mark the start of some technical driving as the drivers navigate through to 6 tricky turns into the final 2 back straights, which is turn 14 and 15. Now what it does is also provides plenty of overtaking opportunities, which you will witness when the race begins. So less than 5 minutes before we get started. So you can see that the 3-minute board is now up, which means only the drivers, officials and mechanics are allowed to be on track. Everyone else must exit the track, and you can already see some of them just making their way out of the track. So perhaps just final instructions from the team officials to the respective drivers. The safety car will of course lead the way for the formation lap before the cars come back into their respective positions, and we can then go green. We have a total of 68 cars this season, and I can tell you from the MTC and SP2 category in itself, we have a total of 33 cars on track who will do battle on this fine Saturday morning at the Sepang International Circuit. Now just to give you some explanation on the MTC and SP2 category, it is a 50-minute race with a 3-minute compulsory pit stop. Now, pit stop is mandatory for all cars, but it must be carried out between the 25th and 40th minute from the start time, and no refueling is allowed during this pit stop. And all these cars, of course, have come through a scrutineering as they embark on the formation lap. Now the formation lap is so crucial, I have to tell you, because it gives the drivers a chance not just to inspect the track for one last time and plot their strategy, the overtaking strategy and even defending strategy, but it also, more importantly, allows the tires, the brakes and the engines to be warmed up. And here they are, the classifications of the race today. Putra Adam and Avila Baha will take top spot, followed by Lee Wai Kom and Daim Hishamuddin. Honda Malaysia Racing Team is made up of Faris Fauzi in 3rd place, Rahul Raj Mayer in 4th place, along with Fitri Iri. And in 7th place, Gladys Lam and Adrian Tan in 7th place, Hugh Koi Sen, Wen Kwan Lun in 8th, Wong Jia Hui, Lim Wei Chek in 9th place, Ronnie Risman, Sharizal Jamulin complete the top 10 of the MTC. Lester New in 13th place, Kwek Kian V of the Scuba Racing Team, and Adam Mikhail of R Engineering in the top 15. Teo Hong Zui in 16th place, Lau Ken Jun in 17th, and Ng Chon Chin was interviewed earlier in 18th place. 19th spot is made up of Inigo Anton and Alistair Young of Action Sport. Tia Ken Boon makes up the top 20. Lin Guan Yu of the Bay Racing Team in 21st place, Sun Chi Ko of the Bay Racing Team in 22nd place, William Chong in 25th place, followed by Moto Awesome Racing in 26th. R Engineering of Leon Koo takes up 27th place, Chian Kin Sang in 28th, Masahiko Ida in 29th, Chiang Chun Shang in 31st place, Stuart Hine and Nathan Daly in 32nd place, R Engineering in 33rd place, TD Racing Team in 34th, Lee Chi Wise in 35th place, and Alvin Toff, Moto Awesome Racing in 36th. 37 is Danny Chin, and 38 is Shafiq Shamsuddin. Bernard Chan is in 39th place, Leona Chin and Mark Chu in 40th place, Divesh Purajan in 41st place. And in 43rd place, Said Muhammad Rizal, Alan Tia, Iptek Meng, Najib Ismail and Peter Chong completes your classification of both the MTC and SP2 categories. As you can see, the file of cars making their way. They are, of course, heading towards the rolling start. Still led by the safety car, who will peel off as soon as we go green. So we will have two rolling starts. Start off with the MTC and swiftly followed by the SP2 category. During this formation lap, no overtaking is allowed. All cars have to stick in a single file and maintain a speed of 80 kilometers as they make their way into turn 15, back to the starting grid for the first rolling start of the MCS 2024 season. And we are green as the MTC kicks off action here at the Sepang International Circuit. I can tell you that Lee Wai Kong has already put himself in contention by taking top spot off Putra Adam as we approach turn 1. Ooh, there is a little bit of traffic right at the start, the top 3 battling it out into turn 2 and 3. Very good start, and here we have the second rolling start for the SP2 category that will be led by Yip Kian Heng and Freddie Young of the TD Racing Team, and we are green for the SP2 race as well. All systems go here at the Sepang International Circuit, with Lester Nyo currently leading the pack but heavily trailed. This is the first hurdle in turn 1, which was navigated really, really well. by the entire field. There they go into turn 2 and 3. It's really imperative for all these drivers to get the best start as possible, because I have seen on numerous occasions where they come unstuck as early as turn 1. So I have to say we have got onto a great start here in Sepang. That's car number 27 on your screen there, Putra Adam, who I believe has regained a top spot from Lee Wai Kong. He now holds the advantage over both the high ref Dream Chaser cars. Putra Adam, of course, momentarily losing top spot, but swiftly regaining back. You can see the pit window will be open. And I can give you the fastest sector we have is, not surprisingly, from Putra Adam, who is clocked in 33 seconds in sector 1 and sector 3. We have 4 sectors here that make up the Sepang International Circuit, and Putra Adam has got off to a blistering start. He is now the fastest in 3 or 4 sectors, having just completed turn 1. But hot on his tails is Lee Wai Kong and Rahul Raj of the high rev Dream Chaser. We have an exciting battle ahead of us. And Putra Adam has clocked the fastest lap of 2:33. Slightly slower than his fastest qualifying time, but of course qualifiers, these cars naturally go faster because there is less traffic on the grid. And in the SP2G category, I tell you that Adam Mikhail of the R engineering team currently leads, clocking the fastest time of 2 minutes and 46 seconds. And Lee Chi-Wah leads the SP2V category. Currently, there's only 2 cars competing in the SP2V. I'm not getting a radar on the 3rd car, but I will keep you posted. This is Lester Neo, currently in 13th place. Adam Mikhail is tailing him right behind, looking to put the moves. These drivers coming into turn 5. It's imperative that these drivers try and maintain a sustained momentum throughout the race. As you can see in the top left of your screen, just about less than 45 minutes to go. Any small hiccup would result in them losing pace, which would be really difficult to regain. This is a battle that is transpiring between Lester Neo and Adam Mikhail, both currently the top 2 of the SP2G category. Lester just holding a slender lead. As they come into turn 15 for completion of second lap. As we look at the replay, just a little skid by car number 7, just getting off track into the gravel, but regaining momentum and then getting back on. It was a great recovery there. All part of the MCS thrills and spills, like I mentioned earlier. This is Putra Adam still very much in commanding lead. At this point, I can tell you that he has opened just over a second lead over Lee Wai Kong, trailing him in that high ref Dream Chaser. And he's posted the second fastest lap of 2:32. So Putra Adam slowly gaining momentum here at the Sepang International Circuit. He was not kidding when he said he's got a point to prove at the opening race of this MCS season. But do not discount Lee Wai Kong in this unmistakable yellow and black high ref Dream Chaser car. I can tell you that Lee Wai Kong also did really well for himself. He finished 5th overall in last year's race with several podium finishes. So he knows how to get the job done. At this point, he is trailing. This is Raul Rajmeyer in 3rd place, trailing the leader by close to 4 seconds. It's not much of a gap to overcome. Remember, when these drivers go in for their pit, we could see a change in dynamics. As of now, it's still very much status quo with Putra Adam leading, and both the high ref Dream Chaser cars in 2nd and 3rd place. We're now into lap 3 of this race. Still a lot of racing left to do. Still a lot of action set to unfold here at the Sepang International Circuit. Again, these drivers are just beginning to get acclimatized again to the track, to the level of competitiveness, to their engines that have gone through different sort of modifications. So it's really getting to know the vehicles, getting to warm up to their respective driving styles, and really figuring out the best combination or the best strategy that works for them. This is just a preview of what's to come. I think we're going to see much better performance from these drivers as the season unfolds. But as we have it, this is currently how it stands. Putra Adam still leading the MTC category. SP2G is currently, the lead is currently held by Lester Neo, and SP2V is led by Liu Zhenyu, who leads while of the ex-Works team. It's a matter of getting used to the tracks as well. I can tell you that we have dry tracks. It was raining earlier in the morning, but rain has dissipated fairly early, and what it makes is for ideal racing conditions, because when you have a dry track, when you have cool conditions, I think it puts the drivers in a little bit more ease of mind for them to exert more concentration race. As you can see, some of the crew members just focused on their respective drivers. Car number 49 that you see on screen is Tae Kian Boon of the ST Powered Private Limited. Is of course paired up with Darren Ong, looking to make an impact in this debut race of the new season. As these cars make their way into the second straight to complete yet another lap, turn 15 marks the completion of yet another lap. We are now heading into the fourth lap. This is a replay of a little bit of smoke coming out as some of the drivers make their way from turn 14 to 15. Who was interviewed earlier. That's the car that you see. Artworks car number 72. That is the car currently that is topping the SP2V category, having posted the fastest lap of 2:49. You can expect a lot of close contacts between the riders, between the drivers, simply because it is a much more condensed race this time around. As we see, car number 333 just slightly skidding there. Tires seem to be locked for a little bit. That was Liu Zhenyu. But credit to him, he recovered admirably to hang on to second place. Liu Zhenyu of the R Engineering. Liu Zhenyu, aka Louis Liu, paired up with Terence Lee. Still very much looking to put the moves on Lee Chi-hwa, leads that SP2V category. And this is a battle for second place in the SP2V category. As you can see, Louis Liu in second place. Third place is Divesh Parajan and Stuart Hine in fourth place. I tell you that it's a very, very close battle. There are only 5 cars competing in the SP2V category. Thumbs up. Happy with the performance of their driver. That you see just making his way from turn 1 into this tricky turn 2 and 3. We will see a little bit more gaps between these drivers as the race continues to unfold. The drivers look to post their best lap times over the course of this race. But what is sure is that car number 27 with Putra Adam in it continues to lead the MTC category. We do have the safety car out, which may signal a full course yellow. I will get confirmation if we have a full course yellow, but safety car is out, and that would mean all drivers will have to slow down. No overtaking is allowed, and they will have to maintain the speed of 80 kilometers. We will get confirmation of why the safety car is out. As you can see, Putra Adam just trailing the safety car. It could be due to some debris, perhaps an oil spill. We'll get you confirmation of that as soon as I have it. It is one of the hallmark of the MCS to ensure that racing is done in the most safe environment as possible. No chances are taken, and as soon as there is a little bit of debris or there is something that's going on track, safety car will be deployed almost immediately. All right, we're going to go down to Mio, who will be speaking to Xiao Tongwei of the TD Racing team.
All right, now I'm together with Sia, one of the drivers for car number 53 from TD Racing, who's leading the race right now for the SP2G category. Sia, you're about to jump into the car, taking the steering over from Lester. How do you think he's doing right now?
He's doing very well. We're very proud of him. We're leading the race, so if we can keep it up, that's great.
Yeah, when you look at the SP2G category, there's so many cars out there, so many manufacturers out there. What makes your car, or at least your team, able to actually fight it at the top and trying to win this race?
I think with TD Racing, we have a great team, an amazing setup, and a good crew as well, so that's what matters most.
All right, and obviously being the first race of the year, round number 1 here, you got so many rounds to go after this still. Expectations for this race and throughout the whole season, where do you think that you will stand, you and Lester?
Well, we race to win, so let's hope for the best.
You will win then?
I hope so.
Of course. Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And have a great race later.
Thank you very much.
Mike, back to you. Nick?
The message is clear. They are racing to win. TD Racing team currently in pole position to get to the top of the podium. They are holding over a second lead, over second place, made up of Adam Mikhail and Lai Wei Singh. Like I mentioned earlier, so many different missions, so many different ambitions for all these drivers. But if you are leading the pack, of course, the message is to win. As we see safety car continuing to marshal the field, heading into turn 15. Now the deployment of the safety car will be factored into the race. So what it means that the drivers will have a lesser competitive time to race. We will be back shortly. We are heading to a commercial.
The stage is set for another epic Sepang showdown.
And we're back. Safety car is still being deployed, and I can tell you the reason for that is that there has been an oil spill in turn 5. So safety car will continue to be deployed until that is cleared up. As you can see, some debris on track. Like I mentioned, any debris, any oil spill, any parts of the car that's on track. We're going to go back to Mio for an interview with car number 172.
Okay, now I'm together with Yap, the car driver for the SP2V category. Your team, your teammate out there is actually racing very, very well right now, trying to keep at the pace, trying to make sure that you guys hit that podium at the end. So Yap, you're jumping into the car later. Your responsibilities, you're excited, I bet, the first race, right?
Yes, very, very excited. So it's kind of stressing me out right now. So I have to maintain the first position that my teammate has fought. So I'll try my best. Yep.
Yeah, because again, when you look at all the categories, the fact that SP2 has been divided into SP2V and G, you're arriving the V category, quite a few number of cars out there as well. Competition is always there. So the fact that this is the first race back for MCS, the jitters must be there, but I assume that you're used to it, you're able to encounter it as best as you can.
Yeah, we'll try my best. Because this is not the first time in the official race we did S1K. So the level of composure is always there. Yeah.
Composure is very important, but obviously, as I've been asking all the drivers down here, the expectations that you actually have, that you put onto yourself and your partner out there, where do you think you'll be after the season ends? I know this is only the first race, but yeah, forecasting here.
This is our first time officially in MCS, so hopefully we can come in the top 5. Yep, and make a name for ourselves as a Singapore team. Yep.
Making a name for themselves and trying to do the best that they can. Thank you so much, Yap, and have a good race later. Okay. Nate, back to you.
That was Yap Xian Yang, who will be taking over as leader of the SP2V category. Just hoping to emulate the skills of his partner, Lee Chi-Hwa, who has put in just a little bit of breathing space between him and the closest rival, which is Luis Leo from the R engineering team. As we see safety car just making its way through turn 1 of yet another lap. We are now 8 laps in with just over 25 minutes to go. Again, a reminder to all drivers that no overtaking is allowed. They must adhere to a maximum speed of 80 kilometers an hour. This is due to an oil spill in turn 5. I can tell you that this is a common occurrence in an MCS race. So many cars looking to do battle and really try and get their best laps in. This kind of situation has been accounted for, and these drivers know that they will have to adhere, even though it can be frustrating at times to just go in that same momentum. But it also at the same time gives these drivers a chance to replot their strategy. Perhaps if they've made a slow start, now is the opportunity to try and find a new strategy, to try and get back out there and perform to the best of their abilities. Like what Yap alluded to earlier, there are a lot of teams that are making their debut as well. As we see some of the drivers already pitting, perhaps for a tire change, just some inspection to the vehicle. This is car number 919 from the Sokudo Shenzo Racing. Perhaps a change in driver as well. Timothy Thomas Yeo could be taking over from Ng Chon Chin. So it also gives the competing drivers an opportunity to come and pit to get their machines back to optimal racing conditions. Putra Adam will be happy with the start that he has made after 8 laps. He currently holds a 2.7 second lead over second place High Ref Dream Chaser. He would most likely have to hand over the reins to Avila Baha, but he'd be mighty proud of himself for making a wonderful start in that Honda Malaysia racing team. So we see the safety car coming through to turn 14 into turn 15. Just over 20 minutes. So see more cars now pitting. A lot of activity for where I am based at. Can see a flurry of cars making their way in for pit. They have about a 15-minute window to pit. This is the time where the car mechanics and the pit crew get busy. As you can see, tire changes happening. Pit window is officially open. Really now it's up to the pit crew to get their cars out there as soon as possible. All of them. Really, they've all been waiting for this moment. This is where they really click into gear. As you can see, numerous amount of pit crew members, tires being rolled into place, driver changes happening. This could also signal the turning point of this race when the cars get back out there. So I can tell you that we have a total of close to 15 cars who have currently pitted. Some of them are already looking to get back out there. We have our leader who has also pitted, Putra Adam, and that means that Lee Wai Kong, who you saw earlier, he has now taken top spot. Now this is a strategy that has to work perfect for Honda Malaysia Racing Team. The pit has to be done in quick fire time because Lee Wai Kong will try and put as much as of a daylight between him and the chasing pack for when Putra Adam hands the wheel to Avila Baha. Lee Wai Kong and the High Ref Dream Chaser, one of the few cars who have yet to pit. This is all part of the strategy. Now we see most of the cars getting back on track. I believe there's been a driver change, so that could be Avila Baha behind the wheel of the Honda Malaysia Racing Team, car number 27. We have just over 18 minutes left to go in this race. As you can see, your new leader now is the High Ref Dream Chaser. Lee Wai Kong still behind that wheel. Have completed 10 laps already. Lee Wai Kong had posted the last lap time of 2 minutes 33 seconds. I can tell you that has been the fastest lap, but it's not a true reflection of the fastest lap out there, simply because most cars had pitted and leaving the track rather vacant allows the drivers to post perhaps slightly faster track times than usual. Interesting to see when Lee Wai Kong decides to come in for his pit. We have car number 919 who's under investigation. Right, we're going to go back to Myeong with an interview with Rahul.
Car number 100, Rahul together with me. Mate, just tell me the whole commotion when you wanted to come into the pits. What was happening there?
So as usual, we try to carry as much speed on the way in. The SP2s, I guess, were taking a bit too much of their time. So I think they were running about 40 with the pit limit 60. So that held us up a bit, but it's fine. We'll catch up and see how it goes.
Yeah. No, because the fact that the time is so limited, when the pit lanes are actually open, there was a bit of a traffic. Even when your partner V3 wanted to get out from here, he actually encountered into a bit of a jam.
Yeah, I didn't actually see that happen because I was putting my helmet down, but it's expected, you know, with this many cars on track, there's really no way to avoid it.
Okay, now the fact that in your team, for High team, you got 2 cars out there for the MTC category. Obviously, and you're trailing the leader right now. You told me off camera that your expectation is here. This race is a bit of a race.
So like you said, expectation for the year, I needed to win with the we saw the Honda had no power in the car as well. So this round, we're a bit down to power. I think some of the guys in the ring, 185, 195, we're 177. Very low down in the speed. Definitely get better for them. Boys over at higher end, I see it. Look for all the other guys.
Okay, obviously, wouldn't be a and how are you the team are able to actually work it? Alright, whatever it is, good luck to you and your teammate. Alright, Nick, nice to you.
There you heard it, Rahul Raj just saying that he had a little bit of trouble handing the car over to his teammate V3 who's now on track, simply because there was a little traffic. Like I mentioned earlier, there was a lot of activity going on as soon as the pit windows were open, and it was no surprise that the SP2 cars, which came in slightly later, perhaps may have been impeding some of the MTC cars, but it's all part of the game. What I can tell you is that now Fitri Era is out there looking to try and do the best he can for that high rev dream chaser to stay in contention. But there is another high rev dream chaser that is still out there, still holding on to top spot. Lee Wai Kong, who's now in his 11th lap, still very much holding the fort in this category. Took over the reins as soon as the pit window was open and Putra Adam came into pit. Now all cars will have to come in for mandatory pit stop, so it is crucial to actually find out when Lee Wai Kong will come in for his pit. As we see car number 91, which is the TD Racing team, competing in the SP2G category. And it posted lap time of 2 minutes 45. Just making his way into turn 15 now. Oh, we have, what do we have here? Car number 88, the race rally KL team. That car is just grinding to a halt with the driver out as well. Get you confirmation if I can find out what happened to that car. As we see Chon Chin, perhaps now Timothy Yo behind the wheel. We do have slightly over 12 minutes to the completion of round 1, race 1 of this MCS 2024 season. Chon Chin, perhaps now Timothy Yo of the Sokuda Shenzhou Racing team. We posted a last lap time of 2 minutes 45 seconds. Not the fastest lap. 26th place overall, 14th in their class. And I can tell you that Lee Wai Kong has now finally pitted. So we will see a change in the leaderboard of the MTC category. There we have it. Lee Wai Kong has pitted. And we will also, I think, look at a driver change that will see Daim Hishamuddin getting into the car to take over the wheel. There's also a tire change as well for that high rev Dream Chaser. So another pivotal moment in this race. The leader, Lee Wai Kong, finally coming into pit. And it remains to be seen if Daim Hishamuddin can now get back out there and continue the great work that has been put in by his colleague. In second place of the MTC, we have Aaron Lim of the Honda Malaysia Racing team, who is on his out lap. So again, the dynamics of the MTC race is about to change as the mechanics just finish up, rather the pit crew. Faris Fauzi, whom I mentioned earlier, was on his out lap. He's currently second. Or rather, I would say Aaron Lim is perhaps taken over the wheel now. A lap behind the leader, even though I think Aaron Lim is definitely in contention to get that top spot. I can tell you that that pit stop from Putra Adam earlier on perhaps may have taken a little longer than usual, because Avila Baha is currently in third place and trailing the leader by quite some distance. Almost a 3-minute gap between the leader and Avila Baha. So perhaps pit strategy, they may not have worked all that well, as we see car number 122 just getting back on track. Perhaps may have skidded off. That would have been either Inigo Anton or Alistair Young of Axel Sport. So we take a look at the replay. Oh, perhaps there was a brake lock over there. Really couldn't navigate that turn as swiftly as intended, and skidded off track quite significantly. Daim Hishamuddin is now getting back on track on his out lap. And my monitor shows that Daim has got back on track as your MTC leader, with car number 27, Avila Baha, now over 3 minutes away, trailing in second place. Oh, what do we have here? Car number 805 that has just grinded to a halt. That would be the Bay Racing team. Not sure what happened. If we could get a replay, perhaps it would tell us, give us a clearer indication. It's just stationary now by the side of the track as these cars come through to turn 4 and 5. But Daim Hishamuddin, I can tell you this is his race to lose. Currently holding on to a 3-minute advantage over the Honda Malaysia racing team. Really pretty much a solitary driving, as you can see. Posted the last lap of 2 minute 34, but really doesn't matter too much. They really have a healthy lead. As we see another car that has just stationary. This would be the Motul Awesome Racing team. So 2 cars adjacent to each other on opposite ends. Stationary by the side of the track. It is a tricky turn, this one. Turn 4 coming into turn 5. As you can see the race marshals racing over to car number 805. Hope the driver is fine. It's great to see that he's attended to. And as a result, we have a red flag. We have a red flag, ladies and gentlemen, with just over 6 minutes to go, which is a result of a debris on that turn 4, where you see both those cars stationary opposite each other. Red flag is a suspension of the race, and as a result, all the cars will have to come into pit right now. All the cars will have to head to Parc Fermé. There will be no racing as of this point. As you can see, the race marshal is holding out that red flag there. There is a debris on turn 6. As marshals continue to see to car number 805, it's either one of those 2 drivers, as the rest of the marshals remove a debris from car number 511. Really a lot of activities going on right there. Try to get you a replay on what happened at that turn. In front of me, all the cars are pitting in Parc Fermé. We have less than 5 minutes to go. It is unclear if we will finish the race in this condition. I highly doubt that there will be any more racing. We are hard pressed for time. But safety is, of course, of the paramount. We do hope that driver in a car number 805 and 511 are okay, that they are removed from the accident site and that the debris will be cleared. As we see the remaining cars on track. Just coming into Parc Fermé right now. So if you have just joined us, we have a red flag with less than 7 minutes to go. I can give you some classifications as of now. High Rev, a Dream Chaser, is leading the MTC category, followed by the Honda Malaysia racing team driven by Avila Baha. Top 3 will be completed with Fitra Airy in 3rd spot, Aaron Lim of the Honda Malaysia racing team in 4th place, Amir Haris of Wing Hin Motorsports in 5th place, and Avan Abdullah of Tedco Racing in 6th place. As for the SP2G category, Liu Kawai of the Bay Racing team currently tops that category, followed by Chow Tek Song of the R Engineering and possibly Salwal Fadli of the HG Racing team in those podium places. And I can tell you that I can see most of the drivers already exiting their vehicle, and that has probably only got to mean one thing, that we will end the race in this condition, and perhaps when time wounds down, the classifications that I just mentioned will remain as it is. We're still waiting for confirmation on the status of the race. I will keep you posted. But that car, number 1, High Rev, Dream Chaser, Daim Hishamuddin, and Lee Wai Kong before him, they will be immensely proud of themselves if this race ends in this manner, because they will be crowned champions of the MTC category. Race 1, round 1 here at the Sepang International Circuit. Daim had just taken the wheel, perhaps had the opportunity to just get a feel of the track before the red flag brought everyone back into Park Fei Mei. All vehicles are back at Park Fei Mei. They will be parked and waiting a confirmation on the next steps. There's plenty of conversations happening behind with the drivers and their respective team officials, mechanic. It is unfortunate that the red flag had to come out, but as you can see, that incident in turn 6 really was the result of this, where both cars were stationary on either side of the track, requiring the immediate attention of the race marshals to ensure that the debris is cleared and that the drivers are, more importantly, safe and exited from the vehicle as fast as possible, because we do not know the condition of that vehicle. If it's an oil spill, it could result into something even worse. So we're just happy that that debris was cleared as fast as possible. And now we get to see the respective team members just running to check upon on their drivers to ensure that everything is okay. Remember, folks, that tomorrow we go again. So another pivotal part of this weekend is ensuring that all these vehicles are in pristine racing condition come round 2, which will begin in the morning session of tomorrow's race. So plenty of activity back out again. "13 laps had been completed before the red flag was declared. most cars had completed more than half of, slightly more than half of this first race. Now we can see that the pit crew members just ushering some of the cars back into the garage. I can tell you that we are still waiting for confirmation on the status of this opening race of the 2024 Malaysia Championship Series. We are working hard to get that information. Of course, race control is pivotal in this instance. Race control will most likely determine whether the race continues or we end as it is. I will give you that confirmation as soon as I have it. But a reminder for those of you who are tuning in to stick around, because we have a host of activities, a host of racing still left to do here at the Sepang International Circuit. Right after this race, we will have the Lamborghini Super Trofeo Asia race. And then after that, we do have the MCS that will commence with the SP1 and TP category. And right after that, we will have the TCR Asia race. And finally, the Asia Classic Car Challenge qualifiers would take place. So a lot of racing left to do here at the Sepang International Circuit. And the TP and SP1 category will start right at about 3:40 p.m. As we look at the highlights of the debut race of the 2024 MCS season, a clean start made by all drivers. Lee Wai Kong with the lead, but swiftly overtaken by Putra Adam, who would command the lead over several laps. And as we see the rolling start of the SP2 category, also a fairly clean start by the field. No incidents in this opening 3 turns, which is one of the more trickier turns. Putra Adam was in a class of his own while he held the fort. As we see some of the cars just going off track. It was a matter of jostling for best positions, and as a result, sometimes there was a little bit of skidding off track. It was a fairly clean race right up till this point. Pit crew members looking happy, and then the pit was open and it was a busy period at the pit crew members. And it also marked the start of a couple of stationary cars right after that. As we see some cars going off track. There was another one there with the brakes just locking in. And it resulted with car number 511 being stranded off track. And as a result, all cars were called into Parc Fermé because a red flag was declared. And I can also tell you that the race has been declared finished. And as a result, the winner of the race is the Honda Malaysia Racing Team. Just get you confirmation of the results that will flash up on screen shortly. There we have it, the official results. Faris Fauzi and Adrian Lim take top spot for the Honda Malaysia Racing Team. And behind them was Lee Wai Kong and Daim Hishamuddin of the High Ref Dream Chaser. Gladys Lam and Adrian Tan of Piston Project doing well to finish in the top top 3 podium spot. Putra Adam and Avila Baha unfortunately missing out after a great start. Raul Raj, Meya and Fitri Area of High Rev Dream Chaser in 5th spot. Nabil Azlan and Amir Harris of Wing Hin Motorsport in 6th place. Statco Racing takes 7th spot. SSYH Racing in 8th spot. And we see Chin Tiang Tong and Felix Lim in 11th spot, having completed 10 laps. That was for the MTC, and this is for the SP2G category that was won by Bay Racing Team with a combination of Ling Guan Yu and Ling Guan Yu. Axel Sports takes 2nd place. Morgan Team Track Day takes the top 3 spot. Masahiko Ida and Shinsuke Umeda of the R-Works Rios team in 4th place. Bay Racing Team in 5th place. R Engineering in 6th. HG Racing Team in 7th place. TD Racing and Bay Racing in 8th and 9th place. Adam Mikhail completes 10th spot. And we see that Motul Awesome Racing in 11th spot. Night Racing Team takes 12th spot. TD Racing Team in 13th spot. Ng Chon Chin of Sudoku in 14th spot and 15th spot as well. Sudoku Shenzhou Racing. Scuba Racing Team in 16th spot. Lun Power in 17th. Motul Awesome Racing in 18th spot. Black Wolf Racing in 19th, and your top 20 is Azril Azhar and Ahmad Mikhail. Chan Chong Xiang of the Bay Racing Team in 21st spot. ST Powered Private Limited in 22nd spot. SP2V is made up of X-Works taking top spot, Axel Sports in 2nd place, DV Motorsport taking the top 3, R Engineering 4th place, Race Rally KL in 5th, R-Works in 6 spots, Dot Highway in 7th, and your top 10 is completed by Leona Chin and Mark Chu of the Kuras Racing Team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings the conclusion of the MCS Round 1, Race 1 of the MTC and SP2 category. But don't forget to tune in, as we will have the TP and SP1 category happening at 3:40 p.m. Till then, I'm Nicholas signing off. Goodbye.
A very good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the Sepang International Circuit for the Malaysia Championship Series